Used to have a silver tooth when I was just a pup, yeah. Now I got some killers who got shotties with the pumps. I don't wanna catch the feelings, I be trying to see what's up. Got a shorty clean the business, I'm a diamond and the running back. Used to have a silver tooth, but I was just a pup. Now I got some killers who got shotties with the I don't wanna catch the feelings, I be trying to see what's up. I let shorty clean the business, I'm a diamond in the rough.
I ain't tripping, this is easy, easy. Got them excited to meet me. I got diamonds, you got CZs. Wake up, get to it, and repeat. Hey, I ain't hearing nothing haters say. Let them talk about it. My whole crew is about 100 deep. Gotta walk around it. I kill it and then I walk away with the chalk around it. I just get low key and watch them talk about it. I'm in New York and we finna get loose. Squeeze the big.
It's week 9 of the National Football League, and we'll get a look at the Penguin, Jalen Waddle. He comes in second in the NFL in touchdown receptions. It's the 49ers and the Seahawks, and it's all up next.
With the beautiful Puget Sound just to our west, you get a look inside Lumen Field here in Seattle, Washington. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup. We're all set to go as it'll be the San Francisco 49ers taking on the Seattle Seahawks. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you look at this Seahawks team as they get ready here. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. At a glance at the man under center at 6'5", he always demands attention.
And last week's loss came despite a clean game on his end, throwing the ball with 2 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. His job this week is simple. Do it again. Continue to avoid turnovers and hope that what sunk them last week resolves itself this time around.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. It's a loss of 4 on that first play, and it's second down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Nick Bosa in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
2 plays so far, a run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not at all.
Looking for a better play coming up on third. And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Back to throw. McCollum. Credit the sack to Fred Warner.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by a Heisman runner-up during his college days. It's the versatile Jalen Hurts.
And what a performance in his last game. A couple of touchdown passes. That was positive.
But more than 2 interceptions.
Yeah, that's not what he's looking for. What did Vince Lombardi say, though? Winning isn't everything.
It's the only thing.
And that's what he hangs his hat on after last week's game.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
They moved the ball over 50 yards between this play and the last one.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with first and goal.
McCaffrey is in. Touchdown, 49ers.
Boy, we talk a lot about Christian McCaffrey and what he can do in the open field, and it's easy to gloss over how tough he can be to stop near the goal line. And he shows you just how tough he is on that carry as he takes it into the end zone.
Moody good with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 14 carries, 56 yards.
Oh, it's a very nice winning streak that they're on, and they've really seen this offense come into its own as a unit. And one of the keys is that the ground game has been established, and it's keeping the defense honest near the line of scrimmage. Sometimes that leads to huge games for him. Other times, he plays a complementary role to someone else. But however it's getting done, they're winning week after week.
From the gun on third down, McCollum, he's got his big tight end, Fant. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. You look at this Niner defense. They played extremely well last week in that win over the Packers.
And the big thing for them was the interceptions. And you hear teams all the time talk about establishing themselves against the pass. You know, no-fly zones and things of that nature. This group had a bunch of them in last week's game.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a third down. And this defense for the Niners, they played extremely well last week in that win over Green Bay.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there. And they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
It's a gain of 15, first down Seahawks. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 49ers, 47-yard line.
Looking to throw. McCollum. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here, as they've got it with a third down coming up. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Isaiah Simmons able to get him down for a loss of 11. And it brings up 4th down. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their second drive. And you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
You know, are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number one goal? Make the playoffs. Number two, win your division. Number three, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number one seed so you get that first round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl.
And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, 49ers. DK Metcalf, his second touchdown on the season. And the Niners are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Another impressive drive, so they're 2 for 2, 2 touchdowns. Charles, a great start to this ball game for them.
And one of the words that's really worked its way into our lexicon is stacking. They've stacked momentum each time out, and not only on offense. Between those touchdowns, defense held, forced a punt to get the ball back, and they played awfully well in this one. Both sides playing at optimum level.
Moody good with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Seattle again getting ready to take over offensively. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. To throw on second down. McCollum. That's over the middle and caught by Ayuk. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Back to throw. McCollum over the middle, finding Smith and Jigba. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 11 yards for number 11.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be second down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he could break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's third down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. To throw on third down. McCollum. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Coverage was awfully tight there on third down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up fourth down.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. So here are the Niners to take over on offense. Remember, they're riding that 5-game winning streak, and right now in the driver's seat in this ball game as well. They'll throw on first down with Hurts. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
Hurts sets up to throw it. And that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Well, that last throw right there putting him already over 3,000 passing yards now for the campaign.
And given where we are in the season, Brandon, you have to think to yourself, if he stays healthy, I think 4,000 is a given. I think 5,000 is not out of the question if he stays hot.
On first down, Hurts. The same target, same result. It's Kittle. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. They were in zone coverage there. Do you have to? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone.
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Here's first and goal, and gosh, points here. A chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And across the goal line, into the end zone. Touchdown, 49ers. Christian McCaffrey with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Niners will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play, and they actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on his stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
Jake Moody to kick off for the 49ers.
So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Seahawks going to take over now late in this first half. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. Throwing to start the drive. McCollum, and his throw's going to be incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
Well, after incompletions on first and second down, it certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on third down.
On third down, they're going to run for it here. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. The Seahawks send out their punter, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. A 45-yard punt, 4 there on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Niners ready to go on offense for the final time of this first half. And with a 21-0 lead already, no need really to take any unnecessary risks. A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. Here's Hurts to throw. This one caught by Kittle. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Hey, let's go.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Again to the big tight end, George Kittle. Now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
63.
Hurts. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Jalen Waddle as the first half is winding down. And the 49ers are able to widen their lead here in this first half.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there. Unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Moody good with the extra point, and that makes the score 28-0.
Jake Moody to kick off for the 49ers.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. The ball on the 32. It's 2nd and 2. A final shot before break. McCollum. That is taken in by the tight end Fant. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the 3rd quarter and continue this midseason contest. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the 2nd half. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The 49er offense set to go to begin quarter number 3. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the 2nd half?
Just continue to play smart football because they get the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
Now a 2nd and 10. Throwing is Hurts. They'll let this go deep for Waddle. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, 49ers. Jalen Waddle, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Niners come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter. Moody good with the extra point, and that makes this 35-0 now.
35. Seahawks nothing. Jake Moody to kick off for the 49ers.
So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now we'll see what this Seahawks offense has in store with their first possession of the second half. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down. This defense just continues to bottle up that ground game. And look, I mean, the deficit right now for this offense is so big that it might not matter. But you're still in the third quarter. They're probably going to have to try things through the air, Charles.
I agree with you totally. That's what they'll have to do. They do need to run it occasionally to take a few hits off the quarterback, because right now, you just know those pass rushers are fired up to get after him.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big. And now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Hamler now on the return. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. And throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And it's complete in the end zone. Touchdown, 49ers. Jalen Waddle. That one's a milestone. Touchdown number 150 for his great career. And the 49ers have taken a 6-touchdown lead. Moody good with the extra point, and it is 42-0.
Jake Moody to kick off for the 49ers.
So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
So just 3 yards on the completion there. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Isaiah Simmons picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. The Seahawks send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And returning it, here's Hamler. 39 yards on the punt, give him just 1 yard on the return. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Jalen Waddle, the speedster wide receiver, brings out this offense. This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him? Bring him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore? Because he is really having a heck of a ball game, isn't he?
Boy, he is. I don't know when a mid-game trade's going to happen, but good thought. They got 29 yards that time. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the gun, it's Hurts. Touchdown! George Kittle, his first touchdown on the year. And the 49ers get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Moody good with the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Seahawks nothing. Jake Moody to kick off for the 49ers.
So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
At the 50-yard line.
Now they'll run on the draw. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Looking to throw. McCollum. This is Fant on the short completion. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
12 yards on the play. Leads to third down.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off. Back now in Seattle, Washington. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Here comes the blitz as they look to throw. And that is incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion. You figure defensively, you're in the fourth quarter here. You've held a team under 100 yards passing. You've done your job.
Especially in today's NFL, which is truly a pass-first league.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down, and he'll get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 4th and 1. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. He stopped to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
On first down, they'll run it up. And it's out. He put it on the carpet. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
Okay, this isn't one where you want to take the game tape and hold it up as an example, do you? I mean, you talk about frustrating all the way through. And that last error, I think that crystallizes it, doesn't it?
Absolutely. That's been representative of their entire game still being shut out. Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Oh, and that is incomplete.
I think it's pretty evident that any blowout isn't going to be big enough for them. They're already up 7 full touchdowns, and it's still not stopping them from throwing it deep downfield, taking their shots, trying to add more points.
2nd down. Here's Hurts. That is incomplete. And their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Here comes the 49ers punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the fourth quarter. Pulled in at the 24.
holding receiving team.
So holding there on the return, and that'll back them up to start the next drive.
Yeah, that's a pretty easy call right there, partner. I think when the officials look in their manual and see the expression jersey getting pulled, that's a flag coming out every time.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now they'll run on the draw. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
That's a nice run to get himself back on the horse after his fumble. Nothing spectacular, but a good confidence-building run.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
The Seahawks send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. It's taken to the 26. 43 yards on the punt, return of 4. And they will take over 1st and 10. Jalen Waddle, the speedster wide receiver, brings out this offense. Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now.
And as we analyze how he's getting them, that's where it really becomes fun because, let's face it, they keep sending coverage at him, keep trying to put the pressure on, yet he finds ways downfield and finds openings. That's a really crafty receiver.
Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. He's got it at the 15. A big play there for the Niners. 58 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. He'll drop to throw. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. McCaffrey running up the middle. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. On the ground, McCaffrey. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Well, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we haven't been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Now the ball now going back. Seahawks offense. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat.
Here we go, shot. Let's go.
Throwing to start the drive. McCollum. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. On 1st and 10, McCollum. This is the tight end fake. And he'll be taken down after a pickup of about 7 as the clock will stop here for the 2-minute warning. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd down and 3. They'll look to throw again. He's got this complete to Ayuk on the out route. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 24-yard line. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. Well, a touchdown here on this drive, it wouldn't really put much of a dent in the score, the deficit right now. But as you mentioned in the past, CD, their coach is probably just hoping to see something executed correctly on this drive before we close out the ballgame.
Yeah, and I think that every guy who's on the field has to feel exactly the same way, because if not, they might be looking for replacements. Treat every drive as if it's your last and make it a successful one in some small way.
Now he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for them, but after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Looks like they're going to keep throwing to the bitter end. This one's...
And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review, and this being inside 2 minutes. So the officials and the folks in New York got a second look at this one, and the call is going to be overturned. Lutz good on the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Taken at the goal line. And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 at the 24. San Francisco set to go on offense once more as they try to finish things off in this fourth quarter, and that current 5-game win streak looking like it's going to go to 6. Now it looks like he'll throw here. That's caught downfield by Kittle. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
It's a gain of 55 yards. First down, San Francisco.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. As that lead just swells and swells. Look, this has been dominance in all three phases, offense, defense, and special teams.
So don't we have to give a lot of credit, not just to what we've seen today, but the preparation in advance, coaching staff, commitment by the players to the game plan, and being ready to go in this one? You're exactly right. Clean sweep. And, boy, they're going to celebrate this one after it's over.
And on the other side, this is the game film you just flush and never go back and review.
Jake Moody to kick off for the 49ers.
So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side of this one. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read a receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Now inside the 25, Brandon Ayuk. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Lutz with the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They came into this one with a vision, Charles, and it has played out exactly as they had hoped, if not even better. They've got the huge lead here, and now the football for the final moments of the fourth.
Yeah, and it was apparent that they were the better team, right? We figured that out pretty early, but give them a lot of credit for staying with it. They didn't stumble around out there. They didn't create a lot of errors for themselves because they were the superior team. They took care of business and closed them out pretty quickly.
2nd and 10. Hurts sets up to throw it. He'll let this go deep for Waddle. He's got it at the 15. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
Well, when they said before the game that they were going to try and execute every second of this contest, I guess that was taken literally, because here they are in the final moments of the fourth, putting another touchdown on the board, Charles, to add to this big lead.
I'm not a big believer in 110%, but it certainly applies here, doesn't it? Because some guys just can't go with less. As long as there's time left on the clock, they're pushing to get to the end zone one more time. They don't really care about what the optics show. They just want to finish the game off the way that they like to play it. Full speed, all out.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. From Seattle, so long, everybody.